Hi, this is Should I Watch It? I'm Jason Cockroft.
I'm Jack Steptoe, and today we'll be helping you decide if you should watch Warcraft.
We'll tell you some points about the film so you can decide for yourself, and then we'll give our scores and opinions at the end.
So Jason, what's it about?
It's based on the popular PC game about a mystical land with many different beings in it. In the film, this land is being taken over by orcs who have appeared through a portal. And we see from many different characters' point of views, including the orcs, this unfolding basically, and it includes a lot of magic and stuff.
Yeah, it's mainly just the humans and other people within the world just trying to protect their world from being destroyed by the orcs.
And you also see it from the side of some orcs who don't agree with their leaders.
Yeah, a bit of overthrowing.
Yeah.
Right, on to Should I Watch It?
I think you should watch this film if you like most fantasy sort of films, especially ones like Lord of the Rings. I think it's got a very much that Lord of the Rings sort of feel to it. CGI-wise, it's really, really top of the range, but it's not as good as Lord of the Rings in the sense of the casting. It's not really a detriment to the film, but when you look at Lord of the Rings and you see how many famous, very top actors are in it, and the very top director Peter Jackson and things like that, whereas this hasn't got it, so it's not the same standard as Lord of the Rings, so that's something to bear in mind.
Yeah, this is also going from the Lord of the Rings to Harry Potter. It's kind of got that feel in it. A lot of magic happens during the film, and that's probably why it's likened to this. Yeah,
there is loads of magic in it, and I think you're right with the Harry Potter as well, because it's got some of the otherworldly creatures. They're kind of like mythical creatures, aren't they? A bit like in Harry Potter. So.
Yeah, like you see the griffin within the trailer.
Yeah, that's true. I actually really like the griffin. It's pretty awesome.
Also, there is a bit of animal cruelty during the film. Not too much to worry about, obviously, but there is a fair bit where the animals do get hurt.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, if you're only sensitive to seeing animals get hurt, there is a few. There's nothing really bad. There's no gore or anything, but yeah, it's definitely something to take into account.
Yeah, it's a 12A, so you're not going to see any guts flying or anything like that. So
I think also you should watch this film if you play the games. I've not, but I've played Hearthstone, which is the card game, which is an online card game, I should say, based on the characters and things like that. I didn't understand a lot of the characters and what was going on, and I did feel that very much the film was sort of tailored for those who had played the game and knew or maybe read the books. I think there's some books. And I didn't feel as comfortable with the storyline. That being said, I didn't think it was totally impossible to get. Like it was fine. I could watch it and I could get it after a while, but especially at the beginning, it took a little while for me to understand what was really going on.
Yeah, 100% agree with that. I mean, probably the first 25 minutes, that's where the real World of Warcraft players would understand the film a bit more than people that didn't. But I thought as it progressed, like you said, it was more understandable. Obviously, bits you'll miss if you didn't play the games, but that was completely fine. I didn't take anything away from me.
Totally agreed. Okay, so on to ratings.
Right, I'm going to give it a 7.8.
That's almost identical to what I'm going to do. I'm just going to give it a solid 8.
Yeah.
I think it's a good film. I did really enjoy it. Well made, well acted, interesting premise, decent CGI.
Yeah, I enjoyed it way more than I thought I would. The only problem that I would say is, like I said to you when it came out, it had a very slow start, which then tumbled into a nice middle and a very strong ending. And I think the middle and the ending really done it for me. That's why I gave it such a high score. Otherwise, if it stayed the same as the beginning, it would have probably been down there at probably about a 6.5.
Fair. I completely get where you're coming from. I think it all got better as it went along. But for me, I'm very much in for like fantasies. I like fantasy films, so I quite enjoyed watching all the fantasy unfold and seeing how the whole how the history sort of worked out, and hearing about all the characters and things like that. So although I do agree that it gets better as it goes along, I didn't necessarily think the beginning was particularly slow or anything.
It was kind of like Game of Thrones. I'm going to leave it there because I'm not going to ruin anything.
Yeah.
But you know exactly what I mean.
Yeah, I completely agree. Yeah, I think if you're a fan of Game of Thrones, that's something to bear in mind. Actually, it's more like Game of Thrones than it is Lord of the Rings. It's more like Game of Thrones meets Harry Potter.
Yeah.
You'd probably say,
Yeah.
which is both your things. You said about it, but that's probably the best way to describe it. Because although it has got the Lord of the Rings sort of feel to it, it definitely fits into those two a bit more.
Yeah, just sorcery, adventure, mystical creatures. It's got everything that Game of Thrones and Harry Potter does have.
Yeah, and also it's got that political element that Game of Thrones has got in it as well. I think you could also liken this film a little bit to like the Huntsman films. It's got that same sort of fantasy and magical element to it, but on the flip side, it's not got the same scale of sort of battles and fight scenes and stuff in it. I find that Huntsman has really good fight scenes and sword fighting and things like that in it. Whereas I thought this one was more based around the magic, wasn't it, than the sword fighting that you'd expect from like a fantasy film.
Yeah.
So for that, it's not so much one for the sword fight. Like I went to it expecting some really decent sword fight scenes, and there wasn't many in it. So
yeah, it's more like sorcery and playing on the fact that they do have powers. More to the fact of that. The main point that I didn't like this film was the one scene that we both agreed on with an orc riding a horse. I mean, they're massive characters. Hench characters.
It was literally like watching an elephant ride on a horse.
Exactly, yeah.
And it does look ridiculous. So that bit, I agree. As soon as we just looked at each other when we saw that bit, and we were just like, nah.
Yeah, I can take that a film can be kind of outrageous and out there, but
it just didn't fit the rest of the film, did it?
No, not at all.
It was a bit odd. They just didn't need to do that. They could have made them run or something.
Yeah. Finally, guys, we've been Should I Watch It? Hope you enjoyed our video. Hope you like, comment, subscribe as well. Also social media. Yeah, we've got social media accounts with Facebook, Twitter. Twitter's the main one. Instagram. Jack does a lot on Instagram. And yeah, just like us, share us, get us out there, and subscribe if you haven't already. Yeah. Also, guys, if you wanted to have a spoiler one as well, definitely comment.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and we were very open to the idea of doing some separate spoiler reviews if you'd prefer those as well.